Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Bank Shot Breakdown. We're going to go over 5 college basketball games for Thursday, January 19th, 2023. Now, if you like what you see, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comments section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at the Premium Picks tab at pickdawgz.com. Alrighty, let's get into it. Here are the games for Thursday in college basketball. First up, we see Rutgers and Michigan State. This one's going to be a 6:30 Eastern start time on Fox Sports 1. Rutgers is 13-5 this season, 5-2 in conference play. They've got wins over Purdue, Indiana, and Ohio State, so there's no doubt that this team deserves to be in the top 25 in the AP polls. They're ranked 15th in KenPom right now, number 3rd in the country in adjusted defensive efficiency. They force you to take tough shots, force you to make tough decisions. They're 12th in the country in turnover percentage on defense. And when you got a Michigan State offense that's not really in the best of form, both shooting the ball and just scoring points in general, I do worry about laying points, even though it's only 1.5 points in this type of game. Rutgers' defense is playing lights out, and the offense has started to improve as the season's gone on. We've seen Rutgers put together some really strong performances, even in true road games. We saw not too long ago they took down Northwestern, a very underrated Northwestern team, in a true road spot, beating them by 3. We know their big upset win against Purdue on the road, where they were about 8-point underdogs, 9-point underdogs. They win the game outright. Rutgers is not going to be intimidated playing on the road, a pretty experienced team. I think they get the job done here. I'm going to take the 1.5. I'll take the money line as well, plus money. Give me Rutgers. Next up, we see Towson and North Carolina A&T. This one's going to be 7 o'clock Eastern. It's never easy for a team to move from conference to conference, and North Carolina A&T, their first year in the Colonial Conference this season, they played pretty well. They're 4-3 in conference action. They've won 3 straight games, but I do think Towson is playing its best basketball of the year by far, and I worry about playing this Towson team right now. When you look at how their defense has looked in their last 5 games, and they've won 4 of those 5 games. In those 4 wins, they gave up 58 points to Drexel, 55 to Stony Brook, 48 to Monmouth, and then 47 points to Hofstra. Of all teams, this is a very good offensive team that Hofstra has this season. 98th in adjusted offensive efficiency, 45th in effective field goal percentage, and you hold that team to 47 points. Towson's defense is in great form. The offense is doing enough as well, even without a strong numbers from the perimeter like we saw last year. Towson was a great three-point shooting team, but this season not so much. They're relying on more sustainable buckets. They're a very good offensive rebounding team, and I think North Carolina A&T is going to have some issues defending that in this game. North Carolina A&T is taking care of business in their last few games, but when you look at their wins over Elon, Stony Brook, and Hampton, 3 teams outside the top 300 in KenPom, I do worry about that. I do think Towson's going to win this game, and we're laying only 3 points. I know it's a true road game. Towson plays its much better basketball at home, but they still have some road wins this season. You look at the beginning of the year. They beat UMass, they beat Penn, they beat UNC Greensboro, all in true road games. We're only laying 3 points, so only a bucket. I think Towson wins this game by 6+. Give me Towson laying the points. Next up, we go to the Pac-12 as Colorado takes on Washington. This one's going to be 9 o'clock Eastern on ESPNU. Washington took down Colorado on December 4th, so over about a month and a half ago. It was a 73-63 final score in Washington. So this is a revenge spot here for the Buffaloes. I think they're going to get that revenge. And when you look at these two teams' home and road splits, Washington has not won a single true road game this season. Now, they don't have to win this game outright to cover this big number. They're getting 9 points, but they haven't been very competitive in these road games. They haven't scored more than 67 points in any of their road games this year. And now you're playing a Colorado team that's ranked 22nd in the country in adjusted defensive efficiency. They're a very good rebounding team, playing with revenge. And when you look at the home road splits for Colorado, this team plays fantastic on its home court. They've only lost 1 game at home this entire season. It was a 1-point loss to Arizona State back on December 1st, 60-59. Other than that, they've won every single home game that they played in conference or out of conference. So this team's playing well at home. Washington does not play well on the road. You're playing with revenge. You're a good team, solid team defensively. I'm going to lay the points here with Colorado. I think they get a bounce-back win, a revenge win. I'm going to lay the points here with the Buffaloes. Next up, we see Hawaii taking on UC Irvine. This one's going to be 10 o'clock Eastern on ESPN+. Hawaii has been great this season, 14-4 overall. They're 5-1 in conference play. But the problem is they've only played 2 road games. One of those was a semi-road game against UNLV. You lose that game by 15 points. The other one, a true road game against Cal State Fullerton. You lose that game by 7 points. Now you're only laying 5.5 here with a very good UC Irvine team playing at home, a great three-point shooting team, and Hawaii's offense just hasn't been very good this season. I worry more so when they're playing on the road. This is a team that's ranked 239th in the country in adjusted offensive efficiency, and yes, the defense has been exceptionally good this season, ranked 53rd in the country in adjusted defensive efficiency. But when you're playing on the road against a very good team like UC Irvine, it's a pretty bad spot also because Hawaii just played on Monday at home against Cal State Northridge. Now you got to travel to UC Irvine, and you only have a couple days off. It's a bad spot against a very good team, and I don't trust this Hawaii offense. I don't think it travels well in this game. So give me UC Irvine laying the points at home. And the final game we're going to talk about for Thursday's card in college basketball, it's going to be in the Ohio Valley Conference, Southern Indiana and Lindenwood. This one's going to be 9 o'clock Eastern on ESPN+. Southern Indiana and Lindenwood, 2 teams that are new to Division I college hoops this year. Southern Indiana, the Screaming Eagles, they're 10-9 this season, and they're 3-3 in conference play. Lindenwood 7-12 this year with a 2-4 conference record. Now, Lindenwood, I do worry about this offense most nights. It's ranked 349th in the country in adjusted offensive efficiency. They're not a very good shooting team. It turns the ball over quite a bit, but they do play at a really fast pace, which is important for me in this game because Southern Indiana does the same thing, except Southern Indiana's defense I really worry about when they're playing in road games. When you look at this Southern Indiana team, they're playing pretty well at home. They have wins over Southern Illinois. They beat Indiana State as well. But when you look at their road games, they played Missouri, gave up 97 points. Notre Dame gave up 82 points. St. Bonaventure, 80 points allowed to not a very good Bonnie's team in terms of offense this season. They gave up 86 points to Western Illinois. They gave up 78 to Chicago State of all teams. They gave up 83 points to Purdue Fort Wayne. This defense has struggled away from home. 91 points to Eastern Illinois, 84 to Morehead State. This team's giving up a ton of points, and a lot of that's because of the pace of play, but especially their just defense has not been very good in their true road games. Now you're playing at Lindenwood, a team that's not really used to playing in these a lot of high-scoring games, at least on their own end, but I think they're going to be able to score some points for us in this game. Lindenwood's defense is not very good either, so I do expect Southern Indiana to chip in, 75-plus points in this game. Very good three-point shooting team, good rebounding team as well, so we could see a lot of three-pointers and second-chance opportunities. I think this game's going to be very high-scoring one. We see a pretty high total despite Lindenwood's issues offensively. Give me the over, the 145.5 in Southern Indiana and Lindenwood. And that's it. Those are the games for Thursday in college basketball. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comment section below. If you're looking for my best bets, including that $15 bank shot best bet, you can find those at the premium picks tab at pickdawgz.com. As always, this is Ron Romanelli. Good luck.